Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading ETFs for the coming session. This is going to be for Monday, April 7th, 2014. We had a pretty aggressive down day for sure this past session. Look at the volume surge here. We had 3 times the normal volume in the Qs and had quite a volume bump in pretty much everything across the board. Here's how we line up with signals. We've got CPS signals in the 3 majors, the spiders, the Qs, and the diamonds. We also have a CPS condition in the IWM and a contra candle in the mid cap. So nothing went without a downside signal out of the major broad market ETFs. Moving on to the individual sectors, there's a pretty good stacking up of downside CPS conditions here. There's an RPS and a couple of contra candles that have formed as well. Whenever you see a one-sided day like this, also take a look at the VWAP column. This means this kind of gives you a little insight into how the stock was behaving at the end of the day versus how it was trading throughout most of the day. I've got a VWAP deviation, the XLV. That's the only one that really sticks out here. The SMH was really weak, more than 1% below the VWAP, and look at all these volume bumps here. A lot of volume bumps. So definitely a lot to take a look at here. If you need to pause it, please do so, and make sure you make your notes. The IBB was almost 4.5% or so below the day's open, and just got absolutely smashed today. The commodities, no safe haven there. A lot of contra candles where they wound up closing higher on the day but below the day's open. So not really proving too much of a safe haven there. The bonds, TLT has an upside CPS condition, and the AGG has the same. A little flight to quality there as people were trying to seek refuge. Foreign names, mostly to the downside here. A lot of volume in these things. Take a look at the EWZ. That wound up with a contra candle after a really big gap up. So that one's definitely something that should be on the list for Monday as well. A lot of volume in the EWT. As far as the specials go, definitely focusing on the downside here. Look at all the CPSs in the special longs. Fair amount of volume. Conversely, the special shorts that are leveraged to the short side to the upside, leveraging to the downside, mostly showing up here to the upside. The only one that's really kind of not really fitting with that is the downside CPS in the TBT. Alright, and finally here's a look at the watch list of the major ETFs with the Seeker and the Comer counts on them. When we reviewed this last week, I really noted that how many stocks were or ETFs were setting up here with 13s, and that we really needed to be kind of on guard, and that the watch list with the Seeker and the Comer counts were really putting the market on notice, and certainly that's playing out here. There's a couple things that haven't quite recorded 13s yet, so any bounce next week is going to be a bit of a problem for a lot of these names. And the other thing is we could have some confirming signals where we have a 13 condition, say the aggressive Seeker, and then wind up getting the 13 exhaustion in the standard Seeker. So make note of where we are here in the countdowns, and then definitely be ready to act next week. Alright folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.